Elevatedtalkz in the scene. You got your boy Stand Out in the building.
You know, it's your boy A to the J. We back.
It's Taj. It's Taj.
We got a special guest, Gabby. Gabby, tell us who you are. Tell us where you're from and everything.
Hi, Gabby.
Hey, so hi. I'm actually originally from California.
From Carson.
Neighbors.
I put it up for C. Arson. That's the city north of Long Beach, southwest of Compton.
Oh, my.
Yeah, I was back and forth from Long Beach to Compton.
Okay.
Well, now I'm in Vegas.
Okay, so now you live in Vegas.
Yeah.
Okay, what brought you to Vegas?
I had family here originally, and just how the cost of living of California is versus Vegas. Just at the age that I was, it was pretty good coming to Vegas. Mm-hmm. Like I started, I believe, like cocktail waitressing and bartending and all that good stuff.
So you came here as an adult.
Exactly.
Oh, perfect. Mm-hmm. So you can see the difference in life.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Different style of living too.
Yeah, I would never move back to California.
You know what? For the longest I was fighting it, I wanted to go back, and I wanted to. And then I figured I'm like, I live more luxurious over here.
Yeah.
Even everything's newer. Everything is just more affordable.
Yeah.
And it just didn't make sense to go back.
Biggie said it best. California's a great place to visit. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't like looking at like, no offense to anybody that's homeless, but I don't like looking at tents and motorhomes outside of my house.
That's here too, y'all.
Nah, but
y'all just don't go down to the little side of town. Like it's
I refuse to.
California, it got bad. It's terrible
bad.
in California right now.
Yeah.
California state flag should be the state of homelessness.
Yeah.
No disrespect.
No,
to
but I did recently go to like a Dodger game, and all around the stadium now they are facilitating porta potties for the bums.
Oh,
so that they're able to wash up outside. But they're like, at least they're not doing it on the sidewalk.
See?
Yeah.
I mean, it's still gonna smell like piss regardless.
It's still gonna look disgusting, but I mean,
All you bummy dudes out there, go ahead and move to California. They
that's what a lot of bummy dudes live is
That don't
California.
make no sense though. How you gonna be a bum? You can't afford to live.
You can have a functioning 9-to-5 job and still can't afford to live out there.
Hell no.
yeah.
I
reason why
got
I'm
a
here.
friend that lives out there. He makes probably like $70,000 a year. He got
No,
like
sir.
4 roommates.
No, sir.
Yeah, right. And that's
Four
exactly where I
roommates?
was.
They all bought a house
Grown
together.
ass man.
Yeah, grown man. They all bought a house in like Lakewood together or whatever.
No.
You know, and it's kind of bad, man. It's kind of bad.
Kind of
So,
bad. That
yeah.
sounds horrific.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they got
And
like a
it's-
5-bedroom house.
I moved
men?
out here, mind you. I moved out here back in 2013, and it was bad.
Mm-hmm.
We are now 10 years later, 11, and yeah, and it's way worse. Way worse.
Yeah, it's a cesspool. I ain't gonna get too political. That's for myself. Hey, you know what? I got a show coming out called Standout University. It's gonna be teaching you guys a little bit of facts. I can't talk about some of the stuff on here because I like to keep this platform neutral. So at the end of next month, I would like for you guys to tune into Standout University. It's gonna be a whole new YouTube channel. We're gonna go crazy on that shit. We're gonna go super crazy. But I'll give you guys facts with fucking good game. You know what I'm saying? So a little bit of my opinions, but I'm gonna give you the facts to back my opinions and shit. So it's gonna be some good shit. It's gonna be funny too, real comical. We're gonna do it real big. It's gonna feel like a university and stuff like that. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Yeah.
What's the tuition gonna be?
The game is free, but you can subscribe. You can subscribe for
He needs
more
a
facts.
subscription.
Yeah, you can subscribe for more facts. For a very, very low price. I'm not trying to rape you guys or
What's
rape
the
you
low
guys.
Go ahead
price?
and drop the Patreon, man. We know we got a
$199?
Patreon.
What we talking?
The price would be $3.99 just to put it behind the paywall. That's because YouTube and stuff like that, they censor you. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these platforms censor you, or they like to
Not
hide
Rumble.
numbers. Huh?
Not Rumble. Not Rumble.
Exactly. Exactly.
We talking about like $399? Oh, wait.
$3.99.
I was about to say.
It's gonna be tiers.
I'm like, who's that she to fuck with?
It's gonna be tiers. So I'm gonna give you guys videos. But a lot of videos be cringy or it's long and boring and stuff like that. We're gonna spice up, make it a little bit of fun, make it everybody be relatable to the videos that I put out. So, but I gotta put those behind a paywall because YouTube would take those down. I get strikes all the time and shit. Like afterwards, I can't even stay on YouTube. So also we're gonna have a Rumble too for Elevatedtalkz and stuff because I get tired of getting tagged by YouTube.
Oh,
all
we've
the
been
time.
getting in trouble?
I get in trouble a lot, but
really?
you know, luckily I dispute it, and you know, but I get tired of doing that. So we're gonna have it'd be like little words or whatever, like how I just messed up and said the R word. So I had to change and say grape. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So
yeah.
Can I say the
Stuff like
R
that.
word?
yeah, so and Todd just coming out with some shit, right?
I am.
Tell me
I'm
about it.
able, so not next month, March. I'm gonna be shooting my first like music and cooking and alcohol, and it's gonna be a good vibe. It's called Wildlife TV, so just come hang out with me.
Yeah, we've been telling her to
Cute.
get this for the longest. I'm glad that you
Yeah.
finally, you know.
I finally found the right videographer, and I'm looking for a space right now. So once we get the space and we secure it, then I'm gonna be looking for artists to come hang out with me.
We're gonna hang out. I got an album
Drinking.
dropping
Ooh,
next month too. I want to drop it around the same
He
time.
was supposed to be my first guest, but I didn't want to use like my mama kitchen, so I was like, I'm gonna wait
Yeah.
until I find the right space.
Well, yeah.
You actually gonna be cooking?
Yeah, me, the artist, and then we're gonna making cocktails and just drinking, talking music, listening
Yeah.
to their music.
Okay, so
Get more in
I
depth
come
with the
on
artist.
after I drop the album. That way it'd be official.
Bet.
Yeah.
I got a few artists lined up. So Terrence, I've got Lavishti, excuse me. She's a local artist. There's another artist called Jamal Anthony. He's been on Two Women to Opinion, which I know I'm on. And then I've got my homeboy AJ, who also does music. So.
The real AJ.
Yeah, that's not. I don't know
My
what
other
it is, First
AJ.
of all,
Well, his music, his artist name is Mozzie, but I've known him since he was like in the 9th grade. So
yeah,
to me,
we don't
he
call him
AJ.
Mozzie. No, we don't call him Mozzie. There's only
Okay.
one AJ around
All
here.
right, yes, sir.
A to the J, baby. You know
Yes.
what's up? Like, come on. His name is Mozzie.
What about you, AJ? What you got brewing?
You know what I mean, man. Y'all can follow me on social media.
He don't got none, and I'm sick of it.
I ain't got nothing brewing. You know, I'll be living my life low key.
Don't worry, we got
We gonna find something
we
for
got
AJ.
something for AJ. What about you, Gabby? What's going on with you?
I'm actually looking to start my own podcast soon.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's exciting.
It's kind of the complete opposite of you guys. Is going to be more spiritual based.
Okay,
Okay.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
Oh, what's the spiritual? What we doing? What's the vibe?
So it's more just because I feel like nowadays everybody thinks they have to be certain kind of holy to even talk about spirituality, and it's not that serious. I don't believe so. I kind of want to dumb it down or break it down a little bit more.
Okay.
I like
for
that.
the public.
We'll subscribe and support. You know,
Hell yeah.
we'll you know, retag and stuff like that and repost.
And tag
and-
some more, yeah.
Oh, let's talk about what happened last year for us. Let's do last year in review real quick. So, to all you suckers out there, we're the #1 podcast in Vegas, audio wise. You know, woo fucking woo. Okay, so we got the best audio numbers. I think we're like 126 in Los Angeles or in California. Period. I can't remember all the other numbers, and nationally we're like 1,000 something. Whatever.
Okay.
And so you guys seen the post. You guys will look at it when we're done it. In Germany, we're pretty high in there in Germany too.
Yeah,
I didn't-
in Germany.
I didn't know that.
Y'all listeners in Germany, I like
We
it.
global, baby. We global.
They like us in Asia too. But
Are we in Asia too?
Yeah. I'll show you the stats. But audio wise, now video wise, we got some more work to do because we're our sub.
We lazy, y'all.
Yeah,
we
we're
are
only-
not consistent.
we're only-
Just
here.
putting it out.
We're only averaging about 1,200 views. We need to get those up.
Yes,
I
sir.
feel, you know what I'm saying? So we need to get those up. So
Whose job is that though?
huh?
Whose job is that though?
Look, Kobe needs
Job is gonna be-
facilitators.
My job is to rebound and play
I got
defense,
40
man.
jobs.
So guys, going into this year, we're going to vamp up everything, you know. So I'm going to even post more because I really hate social media. I just do it because
It's
I
money.
have somewhat of a presence there or whatever, and people follow us, and we got a lot of questions that we got to answer at the end of the podcast too. So so that's going into 2024. That's our new goals. Is she got her show. We're gonna be cooking it up with her. She still got Two Women, Two Opinions.
Yay. Every Wednesday, y'all.
Yeah, every Wednesday. Do your thing, girl. Do your thing. Then we got Standout University, and we got my album dropping. They'll be coming. We got AJ. He's going to be in the life of AJ.
AJ gonna get social media this year.
In
That's
the
what we're
life
gonna
of
focus
AJ.
on.
And then,
Happened with.
we got a friend of the show, Gabby. She's going to have her spiritual shit. So that's what 2024 is looking like outside of us traveling and doing all that kind of stuff.
Bali
Busy,
in
y'all.
May.
Yeah. Give me the dates too, because I got a lot of
May
stuff.
6th through the 11th.
You gotta text it to me because
I did text it to you.
If you say it, I gotta put it into the calendar. You know. You know what I'm saying? So let's get right into the show. Do you guys want to answer questions first, or do you guys want to
Topics.
Okay, so all right. Well, Todd,
Let's
segue
get into
us
it.
in there.
All I gotta say is, you said you had the topics
Okay.
together. I just
Okay.
was rooting for topics.
You did say topics.
Yeah. So
You put it out there.
okay.
Do I have one? No.
Let's talk about social programming.
Okay.
Okay, so I've been seeing on I think this is a good topic to actually talk about because this is a lot of questions I've been getting as well. A
We
lot
go
of
back and forth
people,
a lot.
a lot of people, they've been jumping into a lot of these different movements and stuff, right? You got women that they're in a she woman man hater movement or whatever, feminist movement I call
We
it.
do hate men.
Yeah, and you know, it's this man versus woman and gender. And then you got men. They're in the
manosphere.
the manosphere, the red pill. I call that the He-Man woman hater because you know, for me personally, like I'm actually writing a book on how to become a desirable man. It's a memoir actually. So yeah, what you shaking your head for?
A memoir
Yeah.
about what?
Well, it's not a memoir. It's like just like a, you know, collectively like a
I
journal.
want the first copy, please.
Absolutely.
Sign in everything.
I'm gonna sign it.
I just want to read it.
Yeah, because you know, like these guys, they got to follow other guys how to be X, Y, and Z.
Why do they have to follow other men to be X, Y, and Z?
That's why they jump into the manosphere.
A lot of them don't know how to be men. That's the
Yeah.
thing. I think on social
And
media,
you've nailed the corner on how to be a man.
I mean, I live a great life. I live a great life. Y'all see it.
Yes, sir.
Why you trying to play my man?
you-
I'm
Something
simply
you gotta jump
asking
back.
questions.
AJ sees it all the time. You know,
I
look.
think he's,
I don't see you enough,
he's a
so I
swell
don't know.
fellow.
Yeah, so look, I live the life that I want. I'm a rebel. People, they gravitate to me. I could get any woman I wanted. It's not really that hard. You know, women is the easy part. Women and sex is the easy part. But at the end of the day,
But
it's
is that what
beyond
makes you a man?
It's beyond that, you know.
Okay.
So it's what you stand on. It's the things that the way you move, what you stand on, and how you operate. You know. So you know, my name is good, real good in the streets. You know, I don't have a bad name, don't have a bad rep. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm responsible. You know,
Till we
look, I
talk
got
to
my little
like
C
3 or 4
here.
of your
here.
exes. You said till we talked to 3 or 4 of your exes.
Nah, AJ could tell you shit. They
Hey, man, wait, why I gotta vouch for you?
Why you mention my name?
You're not wrong. I can't tell him, but
you know,
he's solid. He's solid.
yeah, you know, I'm cool with all my exes. All of them. Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, that's the way to live life. Why beef if you guys you guys might not have worked out in a certain space, but you know, you guys could be friends or you guys could occupy the same space and not hate each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, why?
It's all love, yeah.
Yeah, it's all love, baby. Just because we didn't make it a certain way, don't mean that we could be friends. If I see you, I'ma holler at you. If we need some advice, you call me. You know, I'm not gonna call you, but you know,
Stressful.
and you know that's pretty much about it. But we see on like social media and stuff like all these debates with man versus women.
Yeah.
And even when like we have women on here, we don't get too far in there. We kind of talk about what we want and what we, you know, for both sides. But if people notice that they've been listening to the show long enough, well, I'll let women talk and let them say whatever the fuck they want to say, and I'll say whatever the fuck they want to say. They might not agree with the fuck I say, but but at the end of the day, like, you know, we don't have to clash about it. You know, it's just
You could agree to disagree.
Yeah.
Mhm. Absolutely.
Me and Taj do that all the time. Me and Taj had a conversation a couple weeks ago, actually, and we'll get into that. But we had a conversation a couple weeks ago, and it was at the end of the conversation. It was agree to disagree, but it was still all love. Like I'm like, I still fuck with Taj. You know,
When nobody angry.
I feel like that's the healthier way too. Like there's just some people that if you don't agree with me, then there's no reason for me to even talk to you, and that's just immature. I
think
feel.
most people just have different points of like view and how they see things. So not everybody, you're not always gonna have common ground with everybody. You just have to
Exactly.
be good with however it is interpreted on their end.
Right.
And somebody asked me the other day, they're like, why do men say all this harsh stuff about women? I'm like, first off, stop grouping us together. First off, because I don't group women together. You know what I'm saying?
As long as you don't do that. As long as you don't do that.
Yeah,
Because the second y'all get to y'all women, it's a problem.
It's the same thing with race. Like I don't group race together.
Yeah, you should never.
Yeah, like I group everybody as individuals. Like I know a guy, he's like real militant and shit, right? And like he like, he's like super pro black. No, that's good for him, right? And but I'm like, dude, you're looking like outside of the picture. Like he told me, because a lot of my, like pretty much everybody in my family look like one big fucking, this is one big mutt party, right? Because everybody dates outside the race. The women date outside the race. The man date outside the race. But that's not saying that, oh, fuck the race or whatever the case may be. That's just saying, hey, I'm going to whoever who loves me. But if you don't want to date outside the race, that's cool. That's fine. Date what you like or what you love. But this guy, he was like, yo, that's the problem. He's like, he reminds me of Dr. Umar and shit. That's the problem. You guys are mixing and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what? And you're single because of why?
You can't even get a black woman.
Yeah.
Damn. How you know he can't get a black? He probably got a black woman now.
If he's single?
He's single.
So if he's single, he
Like,
Probably got a few black women. I don't know.
No, like this dude, like he complains like how he don't get women like that. Like he it's to me he's like hypocritical because he complains about staying within your race, but then he complains about how women's nature is X, Y, and Z. So it's like you got to pick one because maybe just going to one type for you, maybe that's not but that's not working for you. Maybe you need to find somebody that actually likes you.
Expand, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Expand upon your horizons and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Like you said, you like what you like.
Yeah.
Personally, yeah. I mean, I get like the black empowerment because I do feel like as black men and black women, like we do tend to segregate ourselves, especially now. Like there is that big fusion, so it causes more chaos between us. Like black women don't feel supported by black men don't feel supported by black women, mainly because we don't date within our own. Right?
I think that's kind of social programming too.
It is, but it isn't. I think we were all brought up to appreciate our blackness, right? To some degree. And I think for us, because like we're not looked at the dominant of our species, like it is like date what you like, date what you love, date what loves you. And I think a lot of people's issue is not necessarily about what they're attracted to. It's like they're not open to other things.
Yeah.
Tunnel vision.
Yeah. It's like,
if you date what likes you, you don't have a problem.
I never had a problem in life. You know what I'm saying? I dated the whole but I dated the whole rainbow. You know what I'm saying? Like, not dated, but I dated within. I'm an honorary member of every race.
On himself.
I'm an
56 different races.
I'm an honorary member of every race. Just put it like that. Every day you don't know what you're gonna get. On the weekends, I'm Dominican.
He had a ginger.
On Monday, I'm mixed. Oh yeah, I had all that. That's whatever. You date what you like.
Yeah.
That's it.
So we got you pegged for at least 56 women, right?
Gentlemen don't speak on their extracurricular
He said he
activities.
dated the whole rainbow.
I'm not gonna say I dated, but I'll say that I had a lot of encounters.
He dabbles. He didn't date. He dabbled.
I love how men find different words for the same shit. Like what?
No, dating is different.
But there's one word for women.
Dating is dating. Even if you dabbled, I mean, you could go on a date and that's considered dating. If you go on more than one date, it's date.
What if you don't go on a date?
Where you end up then? Coffee? Because that's technically a date. If you end up straight in the bedroom, I mean, you did something. And I think that's worse. I think that's worse than just going on a date with somebody.
You didn't date that person.
Oh,
A real quick connection.
We talked about technicalities. It wasn't a date.
I'm just saying, if we got from point A to point B, but we never hung out outside of that, is that dating? But
how'd you get there? Because you had to build it up to some degree. Like you didn't.
What if I just met them?
That night, you're disgusting.
I'm just saying, I'm just hypothetically speaking.
Hypothetically, then you're nasty. I'm looking at you
Allegedly,
totally
you're nasty.
Thank God for only having one kid.
Oh, yes.
Ew.
What a buzz.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The both of you.
Oh, we know it could have been a hot mess.
Yeah.
It could have been a lot more.
I bet it could have been a statistics and had a whole bunch of babies running around.
Why are you just dropping off dick though?
Shout out to Dwight Howard one time.
Can we have that conversation? Why are you just dropping off dick?
Hey, Kenny, where you at?
You know, as a young bull, when I was younger, you know, like, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. Let's I'm gonna answer your question, but I want to ask you something. If you was to say a movie that's closest to your life, what movie would that be?
Oh God. I don't think there is.
See, I get your juices.
I guess it would be like Tyler Perry. Like it would be something.
Perry, fucking
I'm a
Madea?
single black mom who worked hard. Like
you just-
Reba. I don't fucking know.
Fuck, statistic, a Tyler Perry movie.
We're all statistics in some fucking way.
I'll say you're a statistic of Tyler Perry's movies.
I wouldn't say I am a Tyler Perry movie, but I'm a single black mom. And how many movies do y'all know have single black mothers in them?
So you're a Tyler Perry movie.
I wouldn't say that, but yes. I guess like if we had to like name a movie.
You gonna meet your next dude in the coffee bar and shit.
I did not. I did not.
So how's your dating life?
It's pretty good at the moment.
All right, good. We'll get back to that. Movie.
No, I don't think.
Reba's the best I got. If we're not talking movies, talking TV show, I got Reba.
Reba.
Yeah.
I can't.
2 jobs.
You don't watch movies?
Yeah, but I wouldn't relate to any movie.
You don't watch any movie and be like, yeah, I can see myself in the main character. That's definitely me.
The
You don't watch
Notebook. Like, no, what am I gonna say? Like, exactly. Like, what am I gonna say?
AJ, what about you?
Man, the Titanic. Here's why.
Oh my God.
I feel like they were prepared for this.
Yes.
Y'all don't think about this daily?
The Titanic.
You don't think
Y'all don't be on the toilet just thinking about this question?
You and Rose on a wooden door in the middle of the ocean
Exactly.
dying.
Why?
And you just go,
Because I'm living an iconic life, right? But I know it's probably not gonna work out in the end for me. But I'm gonna do what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna remember me in the Titanic. So it's probably gonna go downhill for me real fast.
so that's like
on that boat.
Project X. Like I wouldn't.
That's another one. But I'm getting better.
I wouldn't say the Titanic.
This goes to show how men and women think. It's completely
Yeah.
opposite.
Fair, yeah.
But no, okay, so like growing up, right? Like the way my life was living, if I think back to it now, it was like Boomerang and How to Be a Player.
Is this before or after the baby?
And with,
There's no way.
Before and after. I was never.
Boomerang.
Yeah.
You gonna have to elaborate on that for
Right,
people that
because
don't
I'm
know.
confused.
People at home that don't know, they looking it up right now. on Google.
Well, look at Boomerang. It's a great movie. It's
It's
one of
a
my
really-
top five.
Eddie Murphy is
It's
that
one of my
nigga.
top 5 movies ever.
Holly Berry in it.
Yeah, it's
Make sure
one of
y'all
my
check it
favorite
out.
movies. You know, Boomerang because you know me just being that guy, just knowing how to maneuver between you know women and stuff. And I always had like before I was with my fiance or ex fiance or whatever. I always had like a bachelor pad and stuff like that, and not everybody got to come. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to be special to come to the bachelor pad, but if you came to the bachelor pad, I made it worth your while. I ain't just talking about the young penis and shit. You know what I'm
It
saying?
said like the whole rainbow went to the bachelor pad.
But it was like just from
The
the
whole rainbow.
when you walked in, the aroma that hits your nose,
The
and
aroma.
had the
Okay.
the oil burning,
Set the
and shit
scene.
like that.
Oil?
Yeah. Set the scene.
Remember, this is the oil burning. Yeah, this is the early 2000s.
You know the sense?
Early
candles
incense?
going.
Yes.
Music
Candles
playing.
and oil?
Yeah, the oil with the sense.
He's an
nigga, make
aroma.
everything-
Oh, you
Y'all
never
put me on.
been dick down with an oil burn?
Whoa.
I'm not about to
dude,
answer that question.
So a dude,
Has there
dude
been
never
oil
had
involved?
the oil.
Yes, but
He
was
never
it
had the
burning?
tea light
No.
with the oil on top.
No, yeah, I know what you're saying. Like the burning
Man,
oil.
Yeah.
I actually to this day have one.
Todd, candle.
It is.
Ooh.
It is.
Now you know
Get
it's
your-
gonna be for my
Glad is
birthday.
now making those. So
Yeah, they
Blade,
are. Somebody,
blade.
Not
yeah.
the plug-in.
no,
No, it's like a wax
the
one.
little thing that you put on top. Yeah.
Plug-in oil?
Just put me on, okay?
Todd,
December 20th is not that far away. Just make sure you give me a
I
little
got you.
kick.
Yeah, I got
Thank
you.
you. Give me a little kick. So I don't know what the hell y'all
Sweetheart,
talking
man.
about.
Hit up Amazon for you. You
I
got
thought we
you.
had like the wax things, the little cubes you drop it in. Like,
No,
is
you
that
do.
same
Yes.
shit? Okay.
It's
Yes.
essentially the same shit, but this is like pure oil.
Oil.
Okay.
You
You know what I'm saying?
literally
You
drop
probably
in
get it
oil.
from like the beauty supply or the, or one of the fragrance shops. Or
Yeah, you
whatever.
can
I've
get
had
like
candles,
eucalyptus.
incense, like, you know.
Incense is for scums.
Yo. He's going left.
Let me adjust this one.
Look, so let me tell you something, Taj. Look, we need to get you a nice young gentleman that's going to.
I'm good. We're solid over here these days. I don't need you setting me up with nothing. No.
Young man with the oils.
No.
Yeah.
I don't want nothing young.
What you mean?
A man, yes, but nothing young.
You gotta start somewhere.
And I'm good over here these days.
Sometimes,
Thank you.
Ty's got a groove back.
What do you mean I had my groove back?
No, it might be a young
Like, they make
man.
it
Where'd
seem
it go?
like right, it's been here. I have no clue what this is.
You might follow Dolly and Bali.
No, I'm good though. Like, my love life's taken care of.
I thought you were single.
I thought she said that she was in a good place.
I'm in a good place.
Okay.
I was,
Rewind,
active
rewind,
listening.
We're not gonna rewind because you always do
Somebody
this to me.
lying.
We're not. Every time, the last time this happened, I ended up having to cut somebody off. So
No,
we're
no,
not
no.
having this conversation.
No,
To
you're
be
ruining her love
fair,
life.
to be fair,
Immediately after, like,
no. That was no.
It'd be like
you
that.
cut the person off because it was right here in this studio. You said you cut that person off. I said, Tosh, well, why?
no. When I was last here, I said I was dating somebody. I was talking to somebody, and then I left here. And within a week or two later, cut
That's
the fuck
false.
off.
Go back and listen to the tapes.
Man.
You said I had to cut one off. I said, why? And you told us basically because
Oh, I did, yeah.
Yeah, so
I did.
don't put that on us.
But it was
See?
two, and
Oh,
now
Oh,
there's
there's
none.
two. Oh.
Now there's like there's
we
one,
dog.
but it ain't
Two.
neither of those.
Crazy.
all right, DMX.
I know you ain't talking the whole fucking rainbow.
Hey, I'm a changed
Got
man now.
Skittles over there. How
Changed
dare
man.
you?
I am actively dating, and I am exclusive.
Nice.
There you go.
I like that.
I'm actively dating and I'm exclusive.
Yes. Yes.
Somebody's lying. I'm just saying. I don't know who it is, but somebody here lying.
I'm a changed man.
Okay.
Are you?
Not really, but I'm doing better in life.
And it's him, not me.
I'm doing better in life, you know? I'm doing real better in life.
That's
you know?
good.
So, yeah.
AJ, Gabby.
Like I said, what's the next topic, y'all?
So, yeah. So, back to my movie theory.
Okay.
Boomerang and How to Be a Player, you know? I definitely was Dre.
How to be a player.
I definitely. And, you know, not to be, it's kind of funny because my father actually looks like Bill Bellamy. Yeah.
Okay. That is my favorite movie, though.
It is How to Be a Player? Yeah. Okay. You if me and you was to react that movie, you would definitely be my sister.
Probably.
Yeah, I definitely be Dre. Yeah.
That's
fine. Hating on your boy. It's okay. Yeah.
Not hating. Just want to see some growth.
Yeah. It's not trying to hook me up with the fine friend and stuff.
I'm
Meanwhile,
never
the
trying to
fine
hook
friend-
you up with my fine
meanwhile, the
friends.
fine friend was
Never.
interested.
Man.
Never trying to hook you up with the fine friends. I'm not hating.
I'm just saying.
I'm not trying to hook you up with the fine friends.
Why?
Because I know y'all.
Like, I think she's looking
Maybe-
for
Whole
them, not for
rainbow.
y'all.
It could be that one that makes an everlasting impression.
If y'all meet them on the streets and y'all make it happen,
That's different.
it's between you and God. But I'm not setting y'all up because then if it don't work, guess who get cussed out later? On both ends.
Well,
Fuck
listen,
no.
all you gotta do is put us on the same street and you can walk
No,
away.
I did that one time for one homeboy and it went left. Me and the girl ain't cool no more because she ended up being crazy, which I didn't know she was crazy. And then the homeboy, every time he see me now, he bring it up. Like, you remember that one time you hooked me up with that crazy bitch? I'm never doing that again.
Why you got crazy friends? That's on you.
I didn't know she was crazy. I didn't date her. I didn't know what she was like in a
In a
relationship.
relationship, right?
I know you girls just talking. I know y'all just being there just
But
talking about
talking
nothing.
and actually experiencing somebody is two different things
Yeah.
because what people tell you, it could be completely different from what they actually do.
Mm.
So although we can sit around our homegirls and they tell us like, oh, he wasn't shit, he didn't pay for nothing, this, that, third. You talk to
could've
that
been
man, he had a
the
totally
best
different
guy.
experience.
Exactly.
Like, oh, she came over, she cooked food, she didn't ask me to spend no money. Like, it could be a totally different
her shoes
experience.
off.
You know what's funny?
I don't
Exactly what
know.
you said, how men and women think different, you know what I'm saying? We hear the same stuff. Y'all hear it, we start taking mental notes. Y'all hear it and be like, yeah, girl, I agree with you. This, that, and the other. Like, I could have told you your friends are
I
crazy
love
after one
how
conversation.
you like group
Just
us up.
assume.
I
Yeah.
have crazy friends because they have
That's on the
called me
segue.
on their way to jail from doing some crazy ass shit. So I know not to hook them
Wait,
up.
they
with
call you
somebody.
on the way to jail?
Yeah, like, hey, I busted his car windows out because he had me fucked up. And I was like, I respect it. I'm not coming to bail you out, but I respect I call your mama.
See, you egged her on. I
You
respect
impressed
it.
I would like see.
if
I'm
you
the
walk
type
in
that
your
would
house
probably
and
say,
he got 4 bitches in the bed, in your bed, you have the right to bust his car windows out. Are you crazy in my book? Absolutely.
That's
Am I
illegal
fucking
now.
you? No.
You don't have the right. That's illegal.
You know,
just that I
there
respect it.
here's the thing.
I believe in equality. I would do the same thing for
Right.
them.
You got the right to kick him out, not bust his window.
Hey, so what if he gave her a backhand?
What do you mean?
Like for
Like he
busting out
put
the
his
window?
hand. he would be due for it. Okay, I respect it on his end. I understand.
I'm just making sure.
I've had homeboys, but like because of like shit like that, I've had homeboys like get really rowdy with their women, and they've told me about it. And I'm like, I understand. I would have done the same shit. Like I would have had the same reaction. So it's not about the sex. It's more about the person. Like if I know you're a calm, cool, collected person, and they took you out your character, I respect it.
Yeah.
I feel that's how I am. Like I don't really turn up. It's like a middle ground. It's like I'm either cool as fuck or like I'm like all the way to
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And I try to say cool because like I think like when I'm in that moment, I think okay, this is a moment. Time shall pass. But if I beat your motherfucking ass,
you going to jail.
Yes.
Like, you two gonna come for this
They
one.
calling the police.
Yeah. But I don't condone violence.
And you chocolate, you definitely go to jail. They calling the police.
No,
on
but
you
to be
immediately.
fair, we got a lot of police and lawyers and judges in our family. So I think I could.
The ins and outs.
Yeah, we know the ins and outs.
So you ain't sending nobody's holding cell, is what you saying?
I'm gonna try not to, but that's why I try to be a law-abiding citizen.
And I'm trying to
Cool, collect.
We ain't breaking nobody's car windows out.
Yeah.
Because they cheating.
in your bed,
No.
eating your child's fruit snacks,
Oh, guess
The
what?
child's fruit snack.
Guess what I'm gonna do?
drinking the Capri Suns. You ain't being
It's all right.
Okay.
Nope. I'm gonna cut you off.
Yeah, the laws.
Yeah, that's
You wanna know
my
why?
initial response, but I can't.
Yeah.
I can't speak for no other
Everybody
women.
else.
You don't want to know why I'm gonna cut you off? Because it's gonna hurt you more in the end when I cut you off.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna watch you struggle, and I'm gonna dangle that carrot.
But I also think if I busted all your car windows out and slashed all your tires, put sugar in your tank, that'll also hurt.
it would, me too. But then you gonna have
Me
to,
too.
I'm not gonna do it, but it will be
I'm not gonna
repercussions
do
to
it,
those
but
actions. Yeah.
There are women out there that do it, and I think it.
Meanwhile, while you're in
depends on the
jail, there's gonna be
situation.
some things that's going on behind the scenes. I don't strike when it's hot. I strike, but I do strike.
I think jail is enough, don't you?
No.
What's that song? I bust the windows out your car. Y'all be listening too much of that. Man. Y'all gotta
I
calm
wrote
down.
that for a reason.
Y'all gotta calm down.
But this goes back to the movies. This is why some of you guys shouldn't be watching certain movies because you got these fucking ideas like Waiting to Exhale and shit.
That's true.
I knew a girl that tried to burn a dude's car on fire, but it didn't work.
It didn't work. What's she doing?
I don't know what she did. They caught her.
you
They
fuck
caught her on
that
a
up?
ring camera though.
Oh, shit, the car was in the driveway?
Yeah, the car was in the driveway.
She wild.
She already fucked up.
The car was in the driveway. She tried to she thought that like if you just pour gas on the car, it's gonna just explode and shit.
Oh my god.
So I guess it didn't happen. She tried to light the gas on fire,
And let herself on
but
fire.
but her
weed got
dumb ass, it wasn't igniting. It's like it's on you. I think on like have you guys ever seen Grind Face?
Nah.
I think it's on one of those sites or whatever, or World Star or whatever. But this is years ago. But yeah, she tried to light the dude's car on fire. The ring camera caught it all and shit. And then she tried to run. When
And tripped.
when she fucking got caught. Whatever.
Oh, potency.
Yeah.
But then that tells you the type of women that do it.
yeah.
It also lets you know what kind of person they dating, because that's probably not the first time some crazy ass shit like that happened.
Yeah. People tend to get crazy. Yeah. Yeah.
Crazy ones are the good ones.
What?
Good ones.
Sometimes the crazy ones do have the best boxer, probably the best penis. I can't speak for the penis end, but
Yo.
No, crazy ones are just crazy. It don't have shit to.
So,
I
no,
mean,
so have you ever had relations with a crazy person? They had like the best sex, but they were just crazy as shit. I probably had relations with a crazy motherfucker that had the best.
and you just kept going
box.
back.
No, I didn't keep on going back, but like it was really good that I put up with her a little bit longer than she should have been put up with.
That gets you in
Makes
sticky
sense.
situations. Yeah.
Makes sense.
The second you show your crazy, I'm out.
They might not show their crazy until after you piped them down or give them.
Usually crazy for men is a slow and steady race. They don't show that crazy until
Yeah,
you ain't
you're-
got comfortable.
Exactly.
And then the second you got comfortable, then the
The
crazy
same
comes
thing for
out.
us. Like most of the time, like they seem cool, but then like the moment you pipe them down, and all of a sudden it's like, damn, she's fucking facing an eviction. She's facing a repo. She fucking batshit crazy, and she like to tear up shit.
But sounds like you gave dick too early.
No, sometimes you try to learn them, but then they put on things good. If other people wasn't in the room, that's my son. I could bring on the story, but we're not gonna do that.
You're not gonna do that.
I got a tactic for that. I learned a little secret. See how she talked to her mama. She talked to her mama's any type of way.
Same thing with her daddy. Like, see how she talked to her family. If she's talking to them up inside the wall.
Family in their life.
Well, that's true, but you know what I'm saying?
But then you got to question that shit too, because what the fuck you got going on?
For all that.
Okay, so I had a situation, and all these people should remain nameless because some of these people do watch the pod.
Oh, damn.
So, boom, I'm rapping with this girl out of town. This is a while ago. It was a long time ago, right? Rapping with this girl out of town, you know what I'm saying? We've been rapping for months. And, you know, so I finally hook up with her out of town, whatever. It's a great time, whatever. After the first time we messed around, I realized that she's a little off, you know what I'm saying? But, like, she didn't seem like she was real introspective and stuff like that. Like, she real, you know, she's like, the conversations is amazing. The way she thinks is amazing. But I'm an intellectual, but, like, the thing is like I should have known once we started kind of, like, touching on, like, politics, how she got real sensitive to it and shit. I should have known right then and there, because I was like, I don't want to talk about this. I gave her the fucking thing, like, yo, I don't want to talk about this. Let's just talk about something else. And she kept on bringing it up. So I'm like, oh, all right, so let me fact you real quick. All right, so I'm gonna here's the facts. Woo, 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 woo. And then she was like, no, that's not what it is. And I'm like, well, you could just go just turn off CNN, turn off Fox News, turn off your mainstream media, and go look this shit up yourself, right? So she wanted to keep on fucking arguing about it. So I'm like, all right, well, okay, you're right. I'm wrong. And, you know, we're just going to have to agree to disagree. She blew up, blocked me for a day. And so
24 hours.
Not a day. So y'all need to stand on y'all 10 toes. I'd be damned.
No, so I didn't know she blocked me. You know, the reason why I know she blocked me is because she re-added me on Instagram, right?
They do that a lot, yeah.
Who has the time to go out their way to block you from
surprised
everything and then re-block you 24 hours? Like, fuck no.
That's how you know they're crazy.
Yeah.
Because I'm not doing
that's bipolar.
That's too much.
So we get into an argument, right? And like, so this is after we went out there, had sex, and I remember her mom kicked her out, and she was, I think I told you guys a story. She was asking for some dough or whatever, and I'm like, but I happened to be sick, and then she's hit me up. Like, I guess she had an emergency going on, whatever, right? And I'm listening to her stories. I'm a real good listener, and her ex-boyfriend, she got into a domestic violence situation. You know what I'm saying? And then the boyfriend before that, it was when I started seeing where it's always the man's problem, then that tells me everything I need to know right there. When every single situation was always a man's problem, it tells me everything I need to know. But this is like going along, you know, and after we already smashed, you know what I'm saying? After us talking for like 4 months and shit, right? And so what happened? So she banged on me because of that. She blocks me again. I didn't know she blocks me again. The only time I noticed she blocks me because she tries to re-add me like a couple of days later. And so then the last time we got into it is because she was talking about Passport Bros. This is when the Passport Bros shit still first got popular on YouTube. So I'm like, okay, well, if guys want to do that, that's on them. Like, hey, man, it's the same. To me, it's the same shit, right? Like, it's dating, it's fucking women in America. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the same shit. And I'll explain to you guys later. And so she's like, no, they're predatory and blah, blah, blah. I'm just like, so you're saying men that go out of town or out of state to go have sex with women are predatory? Like, that makes no fucking sense.
Is that what, I'm sorry, Passport Bros are?
Passport Bros is this movement of guys. Yeah, they go out of town and they, instead of dealing with women here, they pay for it. Yeah, but essentially,
cities.
Yeah, in different
it's prostitution.
Yeah,
okay,
but
just take it outside the state line.
Yeah, pretty much. You know,
but they got a woman there.
Yeah.
No, well, some of them don't. A lot of them be incels and shit. Not all. You know, not all. A lot of them be incels, but not all of them. You know, for viewers that or listeners that don't know what an incel is, a person that's involuntary celibate. You know, so. So they go overseas and, you know, pay for the ass. You know, it works out better that way for them.
Could I ever?
Yeah,
sorry.
I would do it if I wasn't me. I'll say it like that because essentially that's what we do anyway. We taking you out on dates and, you know, occupying our time. We're pretty much paying for the ass anyway. So if I wasn't me,
I'm gonna leave this one alone.
Go ahead.
No,
what you
I'm gonna leave it alone. Why do you always say that though? Like, why is it like?
If
you take a woman on a
transaction,
it's a transaction because that's how you
shouldn't be. At least you shouldn't be viewed that way.
Okay.
He's under attack.
Okay, no, don't worry.
I don't think most men view it that way.
Well, at least not if you're serious about somebody.
If you're serious about somebody, like, even if I'm serious about somebody, I mean, I'm not gonna break it down because I'm doing what I want for her. You know, I want to make her happy. I,
So
want
it's
her
not
to
a
live
transaction.
good. It's not a transaction, but if you really think about it, if you start putting the money that you spent on that person, it's the same money that you're spending on somebody else.
I understand
If
what
not
you're
less.
saying. I get it, but it shouldn't be viewed as a transaction, meaning I get it. You're saying I'm eventually taking you out because it's going to lead to something, right? Now, if you're viewing it in a sense of I may or may not be getting anything, I don't feel like that's what it is.
That's if you're trying to build a relationship.
Right.
I mean, that's what it is. However,
And not every time you take a woman out either is
Exactly.
guaranteed.
I mean,
you're not really building that relationship.
depending
Some
on where you
dudes-
find these people. Because, I mean, if you're doing Tumblr, then if you're doing any kind of app, absolutely. I know that's kind of a transactional thing, but
You're looking for it.
exactly.
Yeah, so I could agree with that to an extent, but then when you start breaking down the cost, you'll realize that this is, in some guys' view, a scope of things that it's the same. You're spending the same amount of money to do it with less resistance because they're willing participants in this. This is their trade, the oldest trade in the world.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sex is the oldest trade in the world. So, yeah. So, if they can't get it, instead of graping somebody, why not go overseas and get it from
I feel like get it where you can. If
Yeah,
that's
Yeah.
what you want, get it where you can.
I mean,
And it sounds like less
but I don't
ties.
feel like if you are intentionally dating somebody, if every time you take them out to dinner or something,
It's like, I'm going to write $100.
no.
I mean,
It's-
this,
no, it's
so
definitely
you
not.
owe me
Coochie.
this amount of coochie.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
I don't think that's how that
No,
works.
it's definitely not that. But I was just giving another perspective to the viewers and listeners.
But this is why I also
like-
don't let men always pay for dates because I don't want it to be viewed as a transaction. Like I don't mind paying for
time
dates
is a
or splitting a
transaction.
date.
Even time is a transaction.
Right. That's
Think
what I'm
about it
saying,
like
depending
this.
on how you view it.
You know how I'm super busy, right? So if I'm carving out time for you, like,
is
I'm
an
taking away from a lot of money, right? So, and a lot of things I could be doing. Even when on my off days, I'm still working, So, for me, I don't view it that way, but it can be viewed that way. Like your time is a transaction. You know what I'm saying? Because you're giving off this time that could be worth more than fucking dealing with this person.
Absolutely.
That
Right.
you might not be getting anything from, or you
But
might.
it's an equal investment. It's
Exactly,
not just,
'cause there's time on the other
You're
side,
investing in
For
women.
some-
women
for
are
some
investing in
people.
you.
Yeah, some
because
people
some
ain't doing
girls,
nothing.
they, it's a scam.
Some girls do date to scam you,
Yeah,
but you
like-
know what kind of
Like,
women those
Let's
are.
be honest. If I was a girl and I had all these guys, pause. But if I had all these guys asking me to go out and I was single, I'm going to go for the best suitor. But all you guys can take me out on dates, and I'm not giving you no ass.
But it just depends on the women because some women don't do that. Most women don't do that.
Right.
I wouldn't
Like-
say most.
I would
I
say
would-
most.
I wouldn't say most.
I
I
would
do
say
know
most.
women that do this. Like if they hungry, they will hit up somebody that's a guy that wants to take them out.
I don't know
just
no
to
women
go-
that do that.
Yeah.
I know women that do that.
I do.
I know a lot of
You do
women
that?
that.
No,
That's crazy.
I know
I
a
know
lot of
Damn.
I got it, y'all. I got it. Y'all see that? I got it.
She said, I know women.
No, she said I do.
I do know women that do
I
that.
do that.
You.
Because she said I don't know anyone.
I don't know
that
women that
I
do
do.
that. I don't know women
I
that
know
don't
that.
stand. I mean, I know women that after they've gotten into the relationship and they probably wasn't fucking with him as much anymore, but he's do the most. They'll stay with him because he taking care of shit.
Yep.
But I don't know women who will intentionally go out to meet men just
Just
so
to
that they
eat
can
a
build
free
a
meal.
roster.
I know.
Have a free
I know plenty
meal,
of women
have
like
free
that.
clothes, pay some bills. Like
I know
I'm not
plenty of
doing
women
all
like
that.
even some of the homegirls they be doing that shit. Like, yeah, y'all cold. They'll like these dudes will be begging them to go out, and then they're like, "Fuck it, I don't feel like wasting no money," or they might have just paid the rent or whatever the case may be, and then all of a sudden, hey, big head, you know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, she's like, let's go get some. When are you gonna take me on that
missed
date?
you.
You
What you
and then he's
doing?
like, oh, what you doing right now? You know what I'm saying?
Sick ass shit.
And so the dude, he like, oh shit, you know.
But then it
Oh,
goes back
finally,
to y'all. Like,
Yep.
then it's about your standards and what you accept. You can't put that all off on women because a lot of y'all just let it happen. Like you said, there are plenty of men out there that don't get it like that. So yeah, if you allow that kind of bullshit, then that's on you.
No, I mean, if they allow, they allow. But, some dudes are, they're hoping for a chance because they've been begging for that chance.
But you ain't never got no coochie. You ain't took this woman out 6 times, bought her 8 steaks.
Most, on average,
The
most,
chick with the 48 oysters.
most
Come on
guys
now.
don't get ass like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, most of them, they're like, it's hard out here for some of these guys.
Then stop paying for it.
Yeah.
Huh?
Then stop putting your money towards it.
No, that's the only way they could get ass.
Well, I also had that same conversation with one of my guy friends that said the same thing, and they're like, all girls are the same. I said, don't include me in that, and that's when the debate started. He was saying, yeah, no, they're just looking for this, and I'm like, well, where are you looking for in a girl? You're looking for the one that has the crop top shirt, that has the big ass, the big boobs, this, that, and the other. Great. That's not where you're going to find a good girl. I'm sorry, not by their looks. And if that's what you're proactively pursuing, that's you're going to get the same result. It's like,
and y'all don't spend a lot
insanity.
of time getting to know women either. Like, y'all don't talk to women before y'all jump all in. Like, the first date should tell you enough about a person. Like, if you're asking all the right questions, the first date should solve all of those issues before. If you're asking all the right questions, first of all, y'all don't have talking faces. Most of y'all don't have real talking faces where you actually have conversation with people before you actually get to the date.
Most of the time I do, because that's like my game. I don't really have a game, but my game is like
How you gonna write a book about giving game? You ain't got no game.
That's the essence of it. That speaks more to itself.
I ain't got no game.
I don't have a game. Like, I don't have to use
game.
TV shit. Like I have a great mouthpiece. I talk and I listen. You know what I'm
game
saying?
is free. That's why you got no game. You giving it all
like
away.
my game is be you.
No
You know, don't try to make it because most guys' game is to be somebody that you're not, or pretend to be something, or fake it till they make it. Whatever the case may be. My game is I make motherfuckers laugh. I already got the, most of the qualities that most women look for. I'm tall, I'm saying, I'm funny, shit like that, I'm saying? So then, in conversation, I can hold a conversation and I'll listen. I'll let you, most of the time I'm letting you talk most of the time when we're on a date or it's just going to set the vibe, And so, so like with a lot of these guys, they have to pay and they can't not just figure out everything in one date, because like most of the time she's either talking about herself or you might not ask the right questions, and it's never a right question to ask, because on the first date some women might not want to share everything right then and there. You get what I'm saying? Or some women might, she just might be talking about herself. You know what I'm saying? And you're just trying to vibe and make the date go good. You don't want to like, oh yeah, well, I do this and do that. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know what I mean? Like the date is only so long, so you only got so much time and shit,
I always argue the first day should be a couple hours. Like
Thank you.
It should be, yeah.
It should be a couple hours. And in those couple of hours, if she spends majority of her time talking about herself and she doesn't seem like she has any ambition, she ain't really going nowhere, most of her conversation is bullshit, that should tell you right then and there what she really on. Yeah. Like, if you're not talking about a woman who's sitting there across from you who's got a regular 9 to 5, she got hobbies for herself, and then she's not asking you any questions, she's not really trying to connect with you, she just, eating the meal that you're providing, that should be the red flag.
Right. Because, there was just a conversation about some girl saying, oh, I'm not going to Applebee's on the first date.
We talked about that.
Yeah, we did the last
time. Yeah. And I'm like...
That's why I take all your
What? What's wrong with Applebee's?
Girl, them Dollaritas in October.
Applebee's. The 2 for $20.
2 for $20.
Me, personally, like, it's just because of me, not because of her. But I like... Most of the girls I date or been in relationships with or whatever the case is, they'll be fine with Olive Garden, Applebee's, whatever the case may be, right? But like me, I like going to nicer places because I'm a foodie. So like I like going to different places. It's probably nicest places you might have ever been to. You know what I'm saying?
Same. No, and I understand that too. But if you're trying to do it for impressions, that's probably not the way to go, or that's probably not the girl you want to be talking to.
Yeah, well, you got. If you doing and asking the right thing and talking to these people, you could kind of hint like what type of person they are.
Right. Now, if you're genuinely like, oh, Capitol Grill's my favorite spot, I just want to go there because I really like their steak, by all means. But then you should you should really like then pay attention to conversations. Just like I, then you're just like,
she telling you about her life problems, her mama, I ain't paid my rent this month, and she eating the meal you providing. That's the time to get up and go. Like, I'm not talking to this woman. I'm not pursuing this woman no longer.
Some guys will wait it out because they don't have that type of access.
One date, though, is not waiting it out.
But you're sitting next to two dudes that have that type of access, right? It's guys that they're going to keep on shooting the shot until they fucking make it. So they're not going... That's
a waste of y'all time and money.
they're not looking at it that way because they're like, fuck, like I'm trying to have access to something.
They don't got nothing else.
They don't have nothing.
But if you have nothing else, then you're not losing anything either.
Well,
you're speaking from a position of privilege, not the position of non-privilege.
I'm not gonna disagree to that.
you ain't got nothing else. You're losing a lot of Vaseline. I'll tell you that.
Like, you know how many guys gotta jerk off every night? I know
You don't have to.
I know 3 men that have subscriptions to Pornhub and X videos.
Oh, bro.
How do you got
How you
subscriptions?
got subscription to X videos? I didn't think they had subscriptions.
Yes, it's
You know about
X
that?
video premium.
I watch porn.
Oh, all right.
How do you
Not
guys-
religiously, but
How do you guys feel about watching porn in a relationship?
I don't care.
I disagree with it.
Yeah, I don't watch porn no more. I haven't watched porn in a while.
I don't care.
I don't
It's not
either.
a
I
big
mean,
deal to
I've
me.
never really been with a girl that they'll like masturbate, but they don't watch porn like that. But like if they did, I don't care, whatever. But like so, I watch porn sometimes, you know, because like, you know, I don't like especially in a relationship, I don't want to be like, oh, let's have sex, you know what I'm saying, or try to seduce her and she's not trying to have it. You know, there's times where, you know, you should just leave. I feel that you should just leave your woman alone, and when it's time, you shouldn't be running red lights too.
What's wrong with running real life?
Oh man, we ain't about to talk about this.
Yeah,
y'all.
it's on you. It's
I just
whatever you want to do.
I'm asking questions.
It's
I ain't
whatever you
bringing
want to
towel
do.
with me.
Yeah, it's whatever you want to do. But I say,
Y'all grown.
I
Stop
say
it.
for me, you know, I try not to run red lights. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel that's your time for you to rest.
It
You know what I'm
is.
saying? You know, so,
It is.
Yeah.
But did you know that orgasms and sex actually decrease cramps and irritation?
Yeah, I just read
and
about that.
everything else. Yeah, so
Yeah, I just-
sex on your period is kind of encouraged because
Yeah,
it
but-
actually helps women and
But sometimes, you know,
not the counter opposite.
a lot of times, you know, you're just not feeling your best.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So I'll let you feel like you're at your best without having sex with you. You know?
That's real.
So that's just how I do it. We could wait. I could wait.
AJ's just like, I'm not
That's
ruining
where
no
X
towels.
and that's where X video comes in.
He don't want to like accidentally wipe his face.
I ain't never going to
towel
y'all
that was
houses.
used for that.
man. I ain't never sleeping on y'all couches. Man. I can't trust y'all.
Man, I do it in the bathroom, man. You fine.
Oh my goodness. I ain't never using your bathroom.
Man, I watched a lot. I flushed a lot of kids down the toilet, man. Okay, so let's get into the conversation that me and Talkz had, and I want to see what's your opinion on
He
this.
was in the damn conversation.
He wasn't really in it. And then we're gonna answer questions. We're gonna get the fuck out of here. We're gonna make it real quick. So I'll let Talkz segue because I want to be like, yo, yeah, that's not the story. So
Okay, you mean bias?
okay, fuck, I got it then. So Talkz sent us a video, and it was a video saying that. What was the video saying? We sent a lot of videos.
I was about to say, I seen y'all like,
All right, the video was saying that it was basically. Hold on, let me try to see if I can find it real quick. It was a video stating that that I think it's about communications and relationships and shit like that. I think.
oh yeah, I remember.
Let me just go to wherever there's a long, big paragraphs and shit.
This long
Oh, we
thread.
went in that day.
Yeah, like I was. Oh yeah, here we go. Right. Okay, so. All right, yeah. So you could tell when a thread is, I think.
Oh, this is when I was at work. I checked my phone. Yeah, I had 97 messages from y'all.
We went in for a minute.
Yeah, let me try to see. Hold on, let's see.
This is why sometimes I don't respond.
Modern women don't agree with. In no particular order, number one, submitting to him. I don't look at me and my husband as equals. He is my head, he is my leader, and I respect and treat him as such.
Amen.
There's nothing oppressive about it. This man treats me like a princess, and I love it every single minute of it. When you have a man who you know truly has your best interest at heart, it truly makes submitting come easy. Not always easy, but definitely worthwhile. Number two, I ask him for permission on certain things before I do it. Let's say a group of my girls and I want
That's
to
what
go
it
out
is.
to a place that we've never been before. I'm not going to just go. I'm going to ask my husband if he's okay with me going before I make any type of plans. And that's out of respect, because if he's not okay with where we're going, or if he's not sure about the location, then I'm not going to go. I also wash his clothes, I clean up after him, I cook for him, I serve him his plate, and I take it back when he's done. I cater to him. I literally cater to him because he's the king and he should be treated as such. And I let him
I'll
But
put this
remind
video
you,
up
she
too.
called herself a princess. He's a king and she's treated like the princess.
Yeah, no.
What we went back and forth about was there was like a curfew. She had mentioned something about a curfew.
No, that was a side topic. Conversation.
But either way, the two dynamics between the asking for permission to go out is where I draw the line. I'm a grown ass woman. I will let you know where I'm going, and if we've been together long enough, you know I'm more than likely have my location, so you know where I am, right? So I'm not asking for permission. I'm more telling you, like, I'm going out with my friends. We'll be here, here, and here. Right? To me, because I'm grown and I pay my own bills, I'd be damned to have to come to my man and ask him, especially because I have been doing this for so long by myself. I'm not coming to another individual and asking for permission to go out. Now, if I'm going, like, I don't know, to the east side of town or somewhere hood, I can understand the concern, but I'm still grown.
East side not hood. It's ugly.
What if because I understand the independency makes you that way, but what if he's paying for everything?
He's not. He's never going to.
She's being treated like a princess, so she ain't
I agree with her lifestyle
That's what I'm saying.
For her, it makes sense. If you have a man who's providing everything, 100%.
So in the sense that they are paying for your rent, your bill, you guys live together, you guys are together.
If you're not working and you don't have no way to take care of yourself, or you have no way to financially provide for yourself.
Or even if you did, and they're paying for everything.
And if they still are, I feel like, at the end of the day, you do owe that person that respect because they taking care of you. But for me, I'm never allowing a man in that kind of space in my life. So no.
Right. No, I understand. If you're paying your own rent, your own bills, by all means, I'm not asking you for
even if we were splitting shit 50-50, where he paid the mortgage and I paid bullshit ass bills and we worked as one, or we functioned
you
as
wouldn't
one,
have that respect
But it's not even about respect. It's just more so I'm grown and I take care of myself. And even without you, I would still take care of myself. So I'm going to do what I want to do. Now, I do feel like there's levels to it. Like, I'm not going to do anything to disrespect our relationship, nor you.
Right.
But I don't feel like I need to come to you and ask about shit.
So do you agree with submission?
I do. I do submit to a man. I don't have an issue with submitting to a man, but there's levels to it. I feel like we have to stop looking at it as one whole thing. Like, if you don't submit wholeheartedly and you don't obey everything I say, then it's not submission. Submission comes in different forms. Right. So I may submit to you in certain ways, but when it comes to like how I want to live my life, if I want to become an artist tomorrow and just paint pictures for the rest of my life, right? As my significant other, like, if you're not financially supporting me or we're mutually supporting each other, you can't tell me not to. Yeah. So that's my point of view.
My point of view is this. I feel like if you have to give somebody permission and you're paying for everything in that person's life, at that point, you're their father. You know what I'm saying? I got a damn kid. I don't need to be doing that. I don't like the idea of giving permission. However, I do want to know everything about my girl. I've been in relationships in the past where they thought it was toxic or whatever. I was like, I'm not going to say you can't do it, do this, X, Y, and Z. I just want to know what's going on.
Communication.
Because, let's be honest, some of y'all don't be putting yourselves in the best situation. You know what I mean? Some of y'all be parking in dark alleys because it's free parking, even though Circle right up the street and they got parking. It's just paid like $25. You know what I'm saying? So for me personally, I don't like the whole permission thing. But I do like knowing exactly what's going on. I do like having location, having reasons.
I do believe that there should be communication. I definitely, especially if you laying down with somebody raw, y'all living together, y'all spare space together, y'all pay. Where we are in our day and age, we share location. So I should know where you are. You shouldn't have that shit off, and vice versa. I shouldn't have my shit off.
Yeah. So I do feel like it shouldn't be about asking permission, because that's a strong word. And I wouldn't put it as asking permission, but there should be a certain level of respect. That should be happening there.
I always say let everything out there. Let me know everything. I just want to know what's going on.
Transparency, and that's what most relationships need.
Naturally, like as a man, for me, I look at it like this: if you are providing and protecting and doing all that shit, like naturally, if you're doing what you got to do, like your woman's going to submit to you regardless of the fact. Right. So like I never had a problem with a girl submitting to me, never. But at the same time, she don't have to ask me to go anywhere. But this is where me and Todd's different. I feel like it's a common balance and shit, right? Because like I feel like you can go out and do your thing, but it's a certain time where you should come in the house. Yep. So like if you out, I don't give a fuck how liberated you think you are. Like if you want to be with me. If you out to 3-4 in the fucking morning, the only thing that's open at 3-4 in the morning is legs and fucking crime. You know what I'm saying? So, for me, I'm gonna do you the same. I'm not gonna be out to 3, 4, 5 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? I'm I'm gonna come back. You know what I'm saying? So I don't care how fucking liberated you are, because then that goes on the same thing. It's either we protect you or we don't protect you.
Yeah.
So for the people out there always say, "Oh, we're not protected by man," especially the thing that's been going on lately. Oh, black women is not protected by black men and blah 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 blah. Okay, motherfucker, if you want to be under my leadership,
don't put yourself in that situation.
don't put yourself in a situation. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you're with your friend. I don't care if I can see your location. The later it gets, the more shit that can happen.
I agree to a point, right? If it's a consecutive thing, you going out. First of all, if you going out every weekend, then it's already a problem, right? And if you're doing it regularly, like even if you do it like once a month or twice a month, that's a problem. But if it's like a one-off, like I'm just out with my girls, my friends are in town, we're having a good time, like ain't nobody ready to go home, we want to hit the after parties, we want to eat breakfast until the sun come up, whatever the case may be, it shouldn't be no thing, right? As long as there's communication. If there's no communication and you out in the streets, then yeah, that's the problem.
See, again, we are being in a relationship with me, we already had this talk. So if you out to this certain time, you know what I'm saying? I don't care if your fucking mama's in town, okay? There's a certain time that, you know, you should be kind of, okay, slowing it down, bringing your ass back home.
Why?
Same thing with me. Like, if I know it's 2:47.
But tell them where you draw the line, because you said that if it's an in-town situation, but if it was out of town.
If they're out of town, I can't.
It's totally different.
If they're out of town and it's like a one-off, like, okay, like I can't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm already expecting you to go out, do whatever. You're still going to check in with me. But if you're out the fucking country, the time zone is different anyway. You know what I'm saying? So,
but I feel like that's even worse. Like if they going to be out till 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning in a foreign country, but it's not okay for them to be out 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning in your own city, that don't make no sense.
I mean, that's just the sense it makes to me, because at the end of the day, I'm already expecting you to be out with your friends and all that stuff. You're out of town. You can say you're asleep, but you're not. You know, you're not coming home to me out of town. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, you could just lie about it and fucking, you know.
But why create distrust in your relationship?
That's
You
what I'm
gonna
saying.
lie about being out
That's what
until
I'm saying.
5, 6 o'clock in the morning in a foreign country? That don't make no sense.
Out of town, that's what makes it a little bit different, because, you know, I don't know what the fuck is going on out of town. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of expected for you to be out anyway. I will hope for you to, you know, come back in at a decent time, but you're on vacation. Right. You get what I'm saying? So there's nothing I could do. You're not coming back home to me.
So you feel like there should be a certain level of respect, like because people use words like permission and curfew, and so that makes it more restricting.
There's no such thing.
I get it.
For me, it's no curfews, there's no permissions.
Right, but there should be a certain level of respect.
Yeah,
right.
Do the right thing.
But a one-off is still doing the right thing.
Like we spoke upon this. Like, so I'm gonna show you that respect too.
I feel like some people have that conscious decision, but like, okay, by 12:30 I'm gonna be out.
Yeah.
And
now,
then you'll be out.
Now, single, you do what the fuck you want. If we're talking, you can do what the fuck you want.
Right.
I wouldn't hold no significant other to that standard, because I wouldn't want the same for me. So if he were out till 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, as long as he was communicating with me, I'm not tripping.
That's fine. I'm just saying me, but you know, I gotta protect.
I know.
Yeah.
As I sit back and listen to everybody, I feel like we all are agreeing, but in different ways. I feel like we all have a respect and a say so. It's like if I'm with somebody, say it was me and Gabby, like I have a say so in what she's doing. She don't need permission, anything like that. But it's like she can go out and do whatever XYZ. But I feel like something's going on, something a little fishy. As a man, I have a say so what she's doing, and vice versa. Say if she wants to say something, hey, I don't think you should be out at Dre's at 2:30 in the morning.
You can definitely express your concerns. I've never said that, but I'm like a one-off. Like I'm just out kicking it with my people, and I just want to live life.
So what
if you? I don't feel like you should. The end of the relationship for that.
What if you're in school and you fuck up one time? Aren't you judged off that fuck up?
Yeah.
Okay, it's the same shit.
But I could judge you for not taking out the trash if I've asked you 6 or 7 times.
That's true.
I could judge you for not putting up the toilet seat if I've repeated myself multiple times. It's the same shit.
And now you're moving the goalpost.
So did you.
I'm just saying. I just gave you another scenario.
Right.
So,
but it's the same shit.
What I'm saying is, if this is a communication that came before or while we were getting into a relationship, consciously you're going to say, "Hey, this might be a big thing to this person. I'm not going to stay off, even if it's a one-off." You know what
Respect.
I'm saying? Same thing with me consciously. I'm going to fucking obey the law because I'm not trying to go to jail.
Right, even though you're not going to get in trouble right there.
So consciously, that one-off bullshit is some bullshit.
No.
Because like what time oh shit, it's about to get
this
be
is what I mean.
2:30.
I'm a grown ass woman, and I be
See?
damned to have somebody dictate how I live.
Hey, so do you want the respect and protection, or you don't?
Right, exactly.
But I feel like you're narrowing it into just that moment. There's so many things that come with respect, and
No, that's
how
a
you
part
build
of
a
that's a
relationship.
huge part of respect for us. That's our love language.
How? Well,
not respecting-
yours, because I had the same conversation with the person I'm seeing, and he was like, "No, I agree. Like, you should be able to live your life how you want to, and if long as we're communicating with each other,
But
it's
I'm saying
fine."
if that precedence was set, right? That's
Oh yeah, if you have a
that
conversation,
was my whole point. If that precedence was set, and I'm not saying it's just a woman thing. I'm saying it's a man and woman
Reciprocated,
thing.
yeah.
You know, you guys think that you guys gotta love us and that's the end all be all. No, you guys gotta respect us first more than anything. Fuck love, we want respect.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And if you respect us,
Stop saying y'all.
You get.
She's like, I ain't respecting nobody.
Yeah.
no, I do. Like, no, I'm not saying like don't respect your man.
No,
but
because
you just
most
say
women
you
think
grouped
that they
us,
gotta
y'all.
love, that we want love.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's nice and cool. That sounds good, but we want respect. If you give us respect, we're gonna give you the world. We're gonna give you what you want. If you just give us love, our mom gives us love. You know what I'm saying? Like if you give us respect, we're gonna go out and do everything.
It's not even the same type of love though.
No, like sometimes a woman don't know how to differentiate the two. Sometimes she thinks because love may be one thing to her, right?
Mm-hmm.
So love may be one thing to her, so she only knows how to love one way. So us as men might only take it as, oh, she's acting like she loves me, yeah, but she loves me like my mom.
She's parents.
Yeah.
She's like, you know what I'm saying?
Starts doing stuff for me.
Yeah. Show me the respect. And then comes the loyalty. And then comes the love. You know what I'm saying?
That's your point of view.
That's how it is. I'm trying to tell you because, you know.
Yeah, no, and I do feel like it should be like that, but at the same time, the man should earn that respect by reciprocating.
If y'all in a relationship, you should have already earned it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's the whole
Okay, we're so far
Definitely.
deep in there, yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's what
Or
I'm
else we
saying.
probably
In a-
wouldn't have
in
even
a
gotten to where we're
relationship,
at.
You just don't get at the gate like, all right,
I'm not saying respect.
give you my whole life. I'm gonna sign it away.
You
Yeah.
can't respect me, I just met you.
Now you see how the two ways man and women think.
Yeah.
Like if y'all ain't got the man's respect after y'all already in a relationship, that's the problem right
Yeah,
there.
that's the problem right there.
Y'all out there in the
I
world.
just think we have different ideas of what respect is, because what we're discussing is, to me, it's not a respect thing. Like it doesn't hinder how I view you or how you view me. It's more so just like, if I'm out having a good time with family, friends, whomever, as long as it ain't no dick all in my face or I ain't out doing no freaky deaky shit, we should be cool. And it should be, again, open dialogue between us, transparency. It won't be no issues. But where people fall short is they don't communicate. They aren't honest. You would rather not.
I said people could lie to you, so that's why I say.
But I would rather be honest with you about it.
Yeah, but again, that's my shit that I have, you know. And if somebody don't want to do it, then they
Yeah,
can't
because
do it.
I do feel like at the same time, there's a thin line between crossing of independency where you're just like, I am my own person. But when you're in a relationship, you're...
But I think that's the problem too, is that like people get in relationships and they think that means like we're tied at the hips. Like,
Well,
No.
maybe
We're one.
not it,
We're
like, and
functioning
that's what
as
I was saying.
one.
Like, yeah, when we're so far past where we had this conversation, that's why I was like, yeah, we earn that respect, and that's where you have respect for your relationship.
Absolutely.
Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, some like to call it controlling. You know, see, a lot of women like to use buzzwords and shit. They like to use controlling or manipulate.
That's what I'm saying. It
But
seemed like
at
it
the-
was touchy when they were saying
but at the-
permission and curfew. I'm like,
at the end of
it
the
doesn't
day,
mean nothing to me.
like if you guys are already having these conversations, that's a part of communication, and you guys
Absolutely.
communicate these things. So now you know in the back of your head that okay, this is what this person wants.
Yeah.
Now I don't give a fuck what you go do. Go have fun with your friends. Go to the club. Go do that. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? But you know, after a certain time, you know, because I stay up.
he
too.
said if you ain't home, you kick to the curb.
Yeah, straight up.
I would say this. A lot of times it's like when y'all think we're controlling doing something, it really is being protective. And that's a lot of times how men show love. Being
Yeah.
very protective. Or we get mad at y'all because y'all doing
Like,
something.
I don't like my
It's not
woman
like
going
that.
to
I
the
just
store
don't think we
at
should
night.
cause a break up.
Yeah.
So, no,
Or
no
the
one
gym
should.
at night.
Yeah.
I don't feel like
Don't go to the
nobody
gym
should
at
go to the store
I don't
late
think
at
she should
night.
pump gas. And one girl called me controlling. Like she wasn't even my girl. She's like, "You're controlling." Like,
Yeah.
this is why you single.
Feminist.
Because-
Feminist.
We just looking out for y'all. Y'all pumping gas in the middle of the night without a strap
I
on.
don't think anybody should be pumping gas or getting groceries in the middle of the night because you asking to be robbed.
No,
I
no.
got
Koval
Nina with
and
me
something
at all
pumping
times.
Yeah,
We
no,
go-
and
we
it
go
has
right
happened.
now, and I have Nina with me.
Yeah, all the time. That's what it's funny because we having a conversation. I was like, yo, I don't be outside the house without my gun in the middle of the night in Vegas. Because weird people are really suspicious. And girls be out there all la-di-da-di, everything's all right.
This is what you guys are doing. While you're walking in the fucking parking lot.
Right, like,
Oh my God.
You can't say all women do that though.
a good high percentage of 99.
Women, y'all know.
I'm in the parking lot. Go to a
I
normal
work
parking
in a
lot.
bar. Like I leave at 3-4 o'clock in the morning most nights, and I walk myself to my car. And from where I work to the parking garage is a long stretch. It's not around the corner. I do carry a gun
Yeah,
now,
we
and I
walked
do
in.
carry a knife
Thank
now.
you.
But
You got some sense.
but I can't call no man to be like, yo, can you walk me to my car every night?
See, if you had a solid man, he'll be on standby.
He's like, I'll be highly concerned about my girl
Yeah,
leaving
I'll
out
be
3
highly
o'clock in the morning from the
concerned.
strip.
Yeah.
Not even because of you. I don't think you doing nothing crazy. Because I know it's
Just
crazy out there.
yeah.
Or you can get T-boned.
But
you're out.
I don't
I have
like
to
he
stay
just
up.
said like women walk with their phone and they just be no. I know I come from a bar where there's nothing but drunk men and I walk through a back alley to get to said parking garage.
Guys,
My head is on the swivel. I'm paying attention to what's going
minority.
on around me.
Majority, not minority.
You in the majority in the minority. All right.
Majority of women.
It's just me. Y'all need to get the fuck out y'all
they're walking,
phones.
Girl, he snapping and all on TikTok and shit. And not even paying attention. Every time I go to the store, me and my son. I even got a rule with my son. I said, bro, well, his phone is. He got in trouble. His phone was taken away. But when he did have his phone,
He didn't mean to call you out like that, baby.
But when he did have his phone, I'm like, son, no man should be on their phone while they walking in this parking lot. You need to be paying attention to everything that's going on around you. And as a matter of fact, since I'm protecting you, you have to walk in the inside. It's little shits like that.
Exactly. His
Some
point, y'all
women do,
reject it.
yeah.
So when we get upset with y'all, we telling y'all what to do. It's not toxic masculinity. We just looking out for
I
y'all.
never said none of this was
No,
toxic.
no,
I never
no,
said
no,
any
no,
of
he
this
was
was
saying-
No, we
toxic.
never said that,
Yeah.
but like a lot of women say that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
say that that's controlling. And
I don't
no,
think that's
don't
controlling.
feel it.
I get y'all point of view. I just feel like there's certain things that you as a person and an individual should be able to do and live your life, because no matter who you're attached to or who you're with, they shouldn't dictate what you want at the end of the day or who you want to be at the end of the day.
Well,
What you want to
that's
do
the
at the
open
end of the day.
communication that you come to a person with. You know what I'm saying? Like me and Taj, this is another conversation with Taj. I'm gonna get the fuck off. We're gonna
I
get
know
the fuck
you
off
on my
after
head
this.
today.
But there's another conversation we had. I said that men can't be 100% vulnerable with women.
And I said
she
he
said
bullshit.
that they should.
And
I
they
said we
should.
can't. I said we can't because you guys are not wired for us to be that way. You know what I'm saying? We're coming to you with all our problems all the time.
Let 'em
You
finish.
guys
I'm
don't.
like,
Let him finish.
You guys can't even listen to a whole conversation for 30 minutes. Like, come on, let's go there. You know what I'm saying? So if we come in, you guys naturally get turned off, or you guys check the fuck out because you guys gonna lie to me and tell me that you guys don't check the fuck out?
No,
That's
I
fucking
think
cap.
it depends on the woman. No, again, minority, not the majority. But
you
listen
gotta
to me.
have our conversations.
No. The conversation we already had this conversation. I told you why I feel that way. I feel like more men need to be vulnerable, especially if you're in a relationship with that woman. You should be able to go to her about everything. You should be transparent about every aspect about your life. If you want that woman to better understand you, give you the things that you need, support you in the way that you need, you have to be vocal. And if you're not, and you're turning to your homeboys or your mama or your daddy, and then they're relaying messages in weird ways, or even then, like, I just don't feel like going to other people and you're literally intimate. You're beating raw. You share bills. You live together. You shit in front of each other. Y'all should be able to talk about everything.
Is because I grew up with women all my life. I know a lot of women. I talk to a lot of women.
what was your experience?
My experience in life, and just talking to a lot of women. One, if we're your rock, you're not our rock. It's something totally different. You know what I'm
Because
saying?
I could understand why you're saying it could be a turn off.
Yeah,
Because then
you guys-
we won't see you as
if we
this masculine man.
You know how we could go on YouTube or Instagram right now. You know how many women get turned on from a man always coming to her about her problems. You know what I'm saying? Because we're viewed upon as fixers, creators, shit like that, right? So at a certain point in time, if a man is coming to you crying about or coming to you about all his shit, You know, like, man, pick your bootstraps up, poke your chest out, and put your head up.
Yanks up, huh?
You know what I'm saying? You know, and so like you guys get turned off when we come in because like it's only one woman in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? You guys come to us with your problems. We're your therapist most of the time, or we're your rock, whatever the case may be. But if we come to you with every fucking single problem that we have, you're going to get turned off. And 9 times out of 10, within the first 10 minutes, you're fucking checked out. The conversation, you might be listening, but you don't hear what we're saying. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Now, Todd, you can say you do that, but
look at her face right now.
I'm just like, because that's his point of view. I can't do nothing about his point of view because
it's the truth.
That's your experience. That's not the truth. You're trying to speak for all women and all men. You can't.
I'm speaking for always, like I say, for the majority, not the minority. If you come to a woman with all your problems, she's going to get turned off. She's going to be like, "Why can't you figure this shit out? Why can't you?
I think if it's the same problem, I think this would go for a man too. If it's the same problem and it's a consecutive problem and you haven't figured out
her how to fix
then
it,
then you haven't done it. I think men get annoyed about that shit too.
Oh,
like
absolutely.
if I come to you and I'm bitching about Stacey, but I'm still kicking it with Stacey, and you like, bitch, stop kicking it with Stacey. And you're like, but me and Stacey are cool. But I keep coming to you with me and Stacey problems.
We tell you
y'all check out too.
No, we listen to it and we tell you how to react. And if you don't want to listen, we're like, all right, you don't want to listen. That's on you. But
how many times do you have to listen to the same problem before you check out?
All the fucking time.
Exactly.
And we listen.
Exactly. You just said you check out after a certain point.
You said that. I never said anything about that.
Man, I think if it's the same problem and a man was bringing me the same problem, then yes, at some point I'm going to check out because I've told you my side of it. I told you my opinion.
Man, look at me. As a man, you shouldn't go to your woman with every single problem. You should. That's what you seek therapy for. Man need to go certain things. Man needs to go to man about man problems about to man with because a woman would never understand certain things. What women have problems with, they should probably go to the fellow woman.
I agree.
If we're 100% vulnerable to you, you guys are getting turned the fuck off. You guys gonna look at it like this weak.
I do see women looking at their significant other as like their homegrown, saying, "Oh my God, today, blah, 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 and I told her not to go, then that was my station," and blah, and that's how we do act. But you guys aren't wired that way.
Yes, we're not.
You guys aren't wired that way, where you guys want to tell us. I don't feel like, some women, mind you, just because now a lot of women that are independent, meaning paying bills, they understand where you're coming from. Like when you're just like, I'm stressed because this, that, or the other, or we kind of understand it too because now we're having to go through that. Mm-hmm. Now, if there's girls that are just lazy and don't even do anything for themselves, I couldn't understand why she's like, well, what do you want me to do about it? You're supposed to be the provider. Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
So I completely get it where you see the one side and the other.
And but they don't date women that don't date women that are lazy and unambitious. Y'all don't.
Some of y'all.
Yeah. So I know that the women y'all talk to and the women y'all deal with are headstrong. They're probably more willing to listen because they understand from your point of view because y'all probably go through the same when it comes to the business world and how you're viewed outside. Y'all probably go through the same shit. So I think you should be open with your woman and you should have those hard conversations always need to be had. And I feel like that's why, especially our generation, why we all struggle so much in having relationships because people aren't talking enough. And when we do talk, we don't talk to always listen and we don't listen, or we don't listen to just listen. Some of y'all listen to fix a problem. And sometimes it's just listen to me vent. Mm-hmm. I don't have an issue listening to, you called me earlier talking about how many damn studios you're called. And I sat there on the phone and listened to you. And I was like, damn, you had a hard day.
That is
right. That was a real, that's the same shit. Like just
why did you get your girl to tell her that?
Huh?
Oh, you said you were.
No.
I'm his homegirl. He called me just today was hard. It was fucked up, and I just wanted to share that with somebody. Yeah. As a woman, I want to hear about your bad.
Well, that's different.
And I also feel like because some of y'all don't tell us when y'all going through, like even the small humps, even the bullshit humps. We don't know how to deal with you when you come home, or we don't know how to talk to you. Because maybe you're having a hard day and you really don't want to talk to me. I don't know how to interpret that.
That shit, like I said,
that has happened.
Like I said from the beginning, that shit that you should talk about. But I'm just saying that as men, you don't come to every single thing, like with every single problem to your girl because she's naturally, you guys are not wired to listen and take care of her.
Can I ask you a question? If you're in a relationship and let's just say like y'all living together, y'all got a house together and for whatever reason you lost your job and you get up every day. You may have not mentioned it to your woman yet, but
No, I would
get up
mention that to her.
Would you tell her right away?
Look,
Yeah.
all right,
You would
so-
tell her right away?
Yes,
gotta talk
absolutely.
about that,
So,
yeah.
all right. So during COVID, right?
Mm-hmm.
I told my girl that at the time, like, I'm like, look, like, I don't know what my job is going to do, but you know, the way the country's going, I think that they're going to force people to get the jab, whatever. And if they do, I'm
I'm gonna be one of them.
I'm not going to be one of them. Like, I'm
okay.
going to be. I'm good enough to bet on myself. So if I lose my job, just know that our spending habits might have to change a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because we can't live off the saving forever. But at the same time, I don't give a fuck if I have to go do X, Y, and Z with the
So you're good with having the hard conversation.
yeah. Like
Okay.
if I lost my job, I lost my job. Like
I just think he's saying he doesn't want to. Well,
yeah, it's
doesn't
just
want to
certain
go
things.
to
There's
go for
certain
everything.
things you just can't be like, oh baby. You know what I'm saying? Like nah. Like certain things you need to talk to other males about. Certain things
Yeah.
you need to talk to. Maybe a therapist. I'm
I
pro
don't know about
therapist.
therapy. I'm
Yeah.
not.
I'm pro.
Sorry.
Like,
Really?
Yeah. I'm like go sit there. Like Eric,
the
but
neutral party.
but
I
to be
mean, I
fair, like
understand.
you don't have to be like a shrink or anything. It'd be, your therapy could be
Just paying
fucking-
somebody to listen to
No,
you
no.
talk.
I'm just saying like it could be AJ could be your therapist or whatever, right?
Okay.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like
You're just saying somebody to vent to.
yeah, somebody to vent to. Some people, their therapy might be music. You know, seek some form of therapy.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
okay.
saying?
You know, that's a good point because what we talk about, like I got a homeboy, like he's low key my therapist. I go talk to him for everything, know him for years. But it's like I feel like it's healthy to be vulnerable with your girl, but not all the way vulnerable. That's the only thing we saying. You cannot
All
be
the time.
all the way vulnerable all the time because that's
All the time.
Like,
All the time, I
It's
understand.
all
you're
the
gonna be a
time.
punk, right? You like,
But I feel like that's vice versa. Women shouldn't be all the way
Whiny
100%
all the
whiny
time.
all the time because y'all don't like
Y'all
that
already
shit
do.
either. Y'all don't like the naggy shit. Y'all don't like the Sheila
think-
said she don't
I
fuck with
think-
me. Though. Y'all don't like that
think,
shit either.
I think we don't care because we're just like
to
if
it.
you notice,
We know how girls are.
like most men pretty much we're naturally the same. We tend to stay the same most of the time. Like we might elevate or decrease them. Like I don't know, you know, but we naturally stay the same. Women, you guys go through phases of life. You know what I'm saying? So a year ago you might be this woman, but in another year you might be totally different. You know what I'm
So
saying?
you saying men don't
I
grow?
don't grow. Thank you. That's what I was just about to ask.
he didn't say that at all.
I didn't say that.
did.
I said men elevate and decrease, right?
What do-
But
okay, that's an-
naturally we stay the same for the most part. Women, you guys change. That goes back to social programming. Like a lot of women, not all women, a lot of women they watch TikTok and that's how their consumer habits are. That's how they want to dress. That's how
Oh, okay.
look at the
Okay.
the BBL phase. Like,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'll give you that.
Yeah,
Okay.
so-
Y'all can look at me. I wear the same damn thing every podcast. Like most men don't change.
Every
we can
day.
we
Not
can
po-
grow.
every podcast.
Well, listen, if it ain't broke,
You-
don't fix it.
yeah.
I got my pro club on with the blazers and the skinny jeans, baby.
Called you out.
She ain't lying. I wear the same outfit every day. I'm like Jimmy Neutron. I got the same black shirt.
That's
and
because you're
black
cheap.
Well, that's true. But like you said, men don't really change. We just grow, go up and go down. But we
like
don't
me,
really
I've been the
change where we
same
at.
dude. Like the only thing that's grown is like my elevation, my knowledge in life, my perspective of how
Your
things-
growth.
Yeah, my growth. But like my morals is pretty much be the same. You know what I'm saying? I'm fucking conservative as fuck.
I'm the minority, so I'm not
I
gonna
like
let you do
I
that.
like people. I like people that do what they do, and you know, like I'm not in nobody else's business. But for example, like in my house, I don't believe in abortions, yada 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 yada. But for you, if you want to go get one, hey, if you want to go smoke dope, hey, it's fine. Do what you do. But I'm, you know, the root of me never really changed. I stand on something. I stand on loyalty and respect. If I'm loyal to you, I'm down for you, whatever. It's times I don't want to do.
Well,
half
that's a
the shit I do.
characteristic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's shit that would never change. I'm 100% for you. But at the end of the day, like I've been in relationships, I got friends, you know, this year they might be like this and this year they might be like that, which is fine. That's just a part of you, right?
You say you wouldn't change if, let's say, things were happening to you. Let's say you got in a relationship and something happened where you just now don't move that way because you had a bad experience. So
Like,
you
that's
wouldn't say.
gross. That's not
Yeah, so for me in relationships, like
But your
then you can say
morals
the
could
same
change.
thing about
Yeah.
women.
Well,
Like,
morals could change
my
because our
morals and
values can change because
my
of that
morals
too.
and values
That's
pretty
why I
much
asked.
stay the same.
It's like
But
a
I'm more
traumatic
open.
experience.
But like, see me, I'm like always open to listening and compromise. So it's like it's not all about me in a relationship. So in a relationship, like I incorporate what you're doing into my world. But if it's some shit that I don't stand on, then I'm not standing on it.
Okay.
Like for example, Like it's certain things I won't watch or certain things I won't do, and I stand on that.
Yeah.
But if she could do it or whatever, that's on her. You know what I'm saying? I'm not controlling you. But at the end of the day, like my behavior is going to be the same. You know what I'm saying? Like I stand for something, and I'm standing on something. You know, and I have different values that I stand by.
Makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
He's like, I like how that sounded.
Yeah, I like
Little-
that. But on that note, we getting the fuck out of here. Everybody give your tags.
It's at Taj Wild, and then y'all can catch me at 2 Into Opinion every Wednesday at 7:30.
You're gonna hate it.
It's literally
And you know
what
where
it
to
is.
find us at Elevated One Network on Instagram and Elevated Talkz on every fucking platform. And we out.
Elevate.